Hey, GuttedJester here, and part 5, I think, some shit like that. Did six one way, did 6 right, then did 6 left, and before I even finished the 6 left, I got into my next talking point. What the fuck you do when there's a spoke that's crazy loose and everything else around it is really tight? And with this wheel and a lot of these Frankenstein wheels, every like 4th spoke or so, maybe a little bit off, and it's because you're not using the right size spokes, man. But you know what? We're gonna make this one work. Alright? I'm really not seeing, the areas where I am seeing the spoke come up past the nipple, pretty much the most drastic. Nothing that really surpasses that, and that's fine. Now there are some that, like this one here, that spoke isn't coming up past the nipple, and that's alright as long as you tighten that down. You don't want those short spokes to not have any tension on them and to not have any thread contact. You need that thread contact. So as long as you got some solid turns on them, and they all started out in the same position, they all started out when you couldn't see any threads, then that's good. Then they're all, getting pretty tight. What I'm doing now, basically going through the this rim here, and you're gonna wanna, after you do the first initial 6 around, spin the wheels, see what you got, see what's going on, and true the fucker. Then go back around, do 6 in the other way, and true it again. Alright, it's a lot easier to true it now than it is to do when it's done. It's actually coming out a lot better than I had expected, and really a trued wheel, by technical definition, there's like a millimeter or 2 of play allowed, so it doesn't have to be perfect, and this one's not even really too close to being done. Basically, I just want to explain to you guys, I already did this one, this is tight right here, okay? I can't really move this much. Maybe a millimeter or 2. Kind of hard to see, hands a little bit sweaty. Maybe a millimeter or 2 of movement right here, okay? Really can't squeeze these spokes together and get much movement out of them. The one that's next to it, see that? I can move that a lot. This spoke is really loose. Alright, I torqued it down to the point where I can't do it with my hands anymore, but look, the next one. This is the next outbound on this side of the hub flange. Okay, this is the next outbound. I can tighten this with my hands. Okay, everything else around it is tight except for these outbounds. Okay, that's not an issue. As long as those spokes aren't coming up past the rim, that's not an issue. Really not, really not optimal, like the right size spokes, but whatever. You're saving some money. You're building shit. So what you're going to want to do when you find this really loose spoke in the middle of nowhere, tighten that shit down with your hands, and then I try and get some kind of system going. All those really loose spokes, I'll tighten it down with my hands, then I'll do 6 half turns, right? That's what I'm doing now. Sometimes I'll do a little bit less, sometimes I'll do a little more. I'm probably going to end up hitting them again. I'm not just going to do 6. But my point is that you want to try and keep them even. Alright, whatever you do with these wheels, try and keep them even. Whatever it is, alright? And also, I could show you something else here. If you see how that head isn't sitting perfectly flush right there, there are a few others that really aren't doing that, and that's the whole point of breaking the wheel in, right? That aluminum is very soft. You're dealing with the stainless steel spoke. That aluminum gonna break in a little bit, and you're gonna be able to go through this wheel again, and you should, then be able to go through each of these spokes evenly and not have any issues. But for now, I'm gonna keep going, and like I said, you know, you find that loose spoke, torque it with your hands, then do something even, like on all of them, do 6, some shit like that. But the main thing that you want to look for really when you do that is to try and match the tension. Okay, see, no tension on this spoke here. The one next to it, yeah, plenty of tension. That's great. I can't really move that. On the other side of the flange, plenty of tension. Wheels coming out really good, plenty of tension. This one really loose, and that's what you want to do. You want to match the tension. You match the tension on all the spokes, wheel's gonna come out to be true. All right. So in this stage, I try and focus a little bit on the tension. I guess I'll wrap this up maybe in the next part. Show you guys the finishing touch. You know, whoever's been watching the video the whole way through. Sorry if it's long, but you know what? You got yourself into this shit. Didn't say it was gonna be too short. On wheels, I could talk for days. So I'll see you guys in part 6.